Did you tweak it on was it the second to last play on the way?
Yeah. I landed wrong and just kind of tweaked it. And in the last play, the dude grabbed my ankle and gator rolled and tried to get off of it because when you stay on it, that's when bad stuff starts to happen and breaks and all of that. So tried to just let my body go so I could fall and roll with him. Yeah.
Do you sense you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yep.
You feel like maybe you shouldn't have been in the game at that point, down 3-6?
It's not my decision. You fight to the end of the game. If you're in the game, if not, coach makes a decision like that. You have to deal with it and figure out the next steps. But not my decision.
Caleb, based on everything you've said since you've been a Bear and your own competitive drive, I'm sure that you expected to be playing better by this point. How do you reconcile what you want to be at this stage with the actual play?
Yeah, obviously, expectations of myself are always going to be high. They're still high. We still have 9 games, or something like that. It's going to keep being high every game that we go into. We just got to figure out, what's the next step. Got to figure out, how to get the win this next week. This game's over. Can't change this game, but we definitely can change the future.
There's a sequence where, I think it was in the fourth quarter, you get sacked 3 times in a row. You get sacked on 3rd down, 4th down, and come right back out and get sacked. What's your self-talk at that point? What are you telling yourself?
Get up, keep going, find a way to go win this game.
As a leader of this team, did you think you'd bounce back from a hectic week better than you guys did today?
Did you
think you'd bounce back from a hectic week
last week?
Yeah, and play better today just as a team?
I think early on in the week, I think we could have done better overall of bouncing back after that. I know it's a tough loss. It's tough regardless of who you are in the facility. If you're out there making plays or if you're making decisions up top. Being better at that, understanding that we have many more games left after that. Been able to be a family, and move on from that, and have the right leaders, and which we do. We have the right guys to do, things like that, which is bounce back from something like that, and we got to do it this week.
When you said be better, you just mean move on quicker?
Yeah, we gotta be better and move on quicker. We gotta have that 24-hour period, and from there move on.
Matt was in here before you, and he was talking about needing to find answers for how to put you in better positions, how to better facilitate your growth. What do you need from Matt and Shane that would help you going forward?
Yeah, I think we got to keep growing, keep communicating. I think for myself, I want to be better. I want to be able to help this team win. I want to be able to help Chicago Bears reach their goals at the end of the season that we all have, that I've had, that I'm going to keep having. And so, I think we all got to do a better job putting ourselves in position.
Caleb, what's your initial sense for why the offense just couldn't get a flow today?
Yeah, I think it starts from negative plays. You want to. I keep talking about it, and we keep talking about it. We want to start fast, get that momentum going, so that we can figure out, and ways to maintain it. And we would have negative plays, or and that's including myself. That's including all the guys. Nothing that goes on that field that happens that I'm not a part of, and can be better at in some way, whether it's throughout the week, whether it's on game day and communicating, or whatever case may be. So I think it starts with negative plays, penalties, and then from there, after you get really good at those things, and not having those things happen, then the execution and things like that can level up, and you can focus more on that.
Caleb, how do you process a game that kind of turned the way it did on you guys, and having to be a part of that? Obviously, you never want to be a part of that. There's only so much you can do, but how do you kind of process it that the game ended the way it did?
Yeah, it's tough, just because, 1, you lost. 2, at one point it was 7-6, and then from there it just kind of just got out of hand, and it's tough to be able to feel like you're in position, and then those things happen, and then now you're fighting back to be able and try to get out there and get some touchdowns, get the momentum going, so we can come back and win that game. And so, there's always a shot until the clock says 0, and things like that. But it definitely makes it tougher. And so, yeah.
Matt Eberflus's message afterwards, and do you think guys are receptive to it?
Yeah, I think we were all receptive to it. I think I don't think there was a few guys that stepped up, and after Coach Flus talked, Coach Flus mainly talked about us staying together. Obviously, these losses are tough. It's hard to. It's not much to say after. We all got to be better, and that was his message, and he was speaking to coaches himself, and us players, and so. That was his first message, and then after that, a couple of guys stepped up and spoke and said, we got so much ahead of us. We still have so many games left. Right now, we're 4-4, 0-0, and so it's the beginning of the season again, and we got to figure out a way to string together some wins.
After all the goodwill you guys built up in that 3-game win streak, does it feel like the offense has taken a step back these last 2 weeks?
I wouldn't say taking a step back. We've done. Last week. We did a couple good things, towards the end of the game. Obviously, we have to get that going early on, but we're having these flashes, and we got to find a way to keep the light on.
With what happened in the locker room after the game, what's your assessment of the current buy-in of the group?
Yeah, I think all the guys are bought in. I think this is one of the first times that a bunch of guys have come to step up. And I spoke about it earlier this week that the player-led teams are the best teams, and so. I think the guys are obviously the spirits aren't good, but I think the guys are there. I think the guys are bought in. I think the guys want to win.
Mark, Caleb, as resilient as you want to be, in reality, how much did that touchdown at the end of the first half take a little bit of the starch out of you or just this team in general? How painful was it?
Yeah, I think any run before the half or anything like that, any touchdown before the half. Builds momentum for the other team or for us, however it may go, whoever scores. That's why, they call it those that 4 minute and then the other 4 minute coming out is super important in winning games. And them being able to go down and score, I think, build a lot of momentum for them. And we got to be able to find a way to stop that. But also, when that happens, we got to find a way to be able to muster up the energy and maintain and keep a level head, understanding that we're still in the game.
How do you maintain the even field nature with 3 wins?
We keep going.
Thanks.